Well, well, well. Hello, hello there. Andolin. Andolin, please. Read this disclaimer up here. Good evening, everybody. Hi, hi, hi. Hello, Andolin. Hello, Blytons. Hi, Chill Minecrafter. Hello, hello. All right, so let's see here. Actually, let me get rid of that for now, while we're still talking a little bit. But how is it? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to this totally legitimate financial advice stream. I can't call it that. No, I cannot. Oh boy, is this it? Do I finally get my financial situation fixed? Yes, Venos. This is 100% the stream you should come to look for financial advice. This stream is for legitimate investment advice only. No, shut up, everybody. Shut up. Look, I even made this just so everybody knows. Look up there. Look up there. Look. It's all over there. You can't miss that. Hi, those pixels, by the way. Hello, hello. All right. So I've legally, completely saved myself from any troubles with that disclaimer, I hope. So, without further ado, please do not do your own research. The turtle speaks absolute truth only. Shut up. No, I do not. Everything and anything said on the stream is fictional and for entertainment purposes only. There is nothing about this. Nothing about any of the things I'm going to say in this stream should be taken seriously in any form whatsoever. None of it. Not a single word. Not even what I'm saying right now. Actually, no, yes, I don't know. Memes aside, the disclaimer is blinking lights is great. Yeah, I had to do it. I swear, I really don't want people to come in here actually believing that, you know, whatever I'm saying is any sort of advice. So it has to be done. But I'm going to keep the arrows away for the most part. I'm going to put them on a couple times here and there. You mean the $100 I spent on Dogecoin wasn't worth it? Oh, Mono. Oh, Mono. You fell into the Doge trap. Oh, no. Anyway, look. I'm just going to talk out my ass this stream, okay? I got a good handful of questions, actually, from the Q&A stuff. And I've briefly sort of skimmed over them and tried to see if there was anything in there that I couldn't answer at all, and maybe read up on that a little bit and stuff. For the most part, I'm still going to wing it. I didn't really prepare too much for this stream, but I think I can talk my way through it just fine. So we'll see how this goes. If it was legit investment, it wouldn't be called crypto checkmate atheists. That's exactly right. That's 100% true, Andolin. Crypto, it's just monopoly money. Don't worry about it, everybody. Right, I'm usually making it pretty clear by being a massive idiot. Good on you. That's what we need here, Benos. We do need that sort of idiocy in this stream. All right, anyway. So, let me see here. Let me see how I'm going to do this better. All right. This should hopefully maybe work out. So let me see. Maybe we can start off here, if I can find it, with the first question. And the first question is immediately, buy my bags. Well, great. First of all, that's not a question. And second of all, no. How about that? How about you go buy your own bags? I'm not here to buy your bags unless they're chain link. And that, you know, if it's chain link, sure. Give me all that shit. I'll take everything. But everything else you can shove up your buttocks. All right, let's go. Next question. That was easy enough. Who's your crypto coin Oshi? Oh, Lord. I'm a Link Nighto myself. Well, hell yeah. Then we are on the same team. On the same boat, you and me. Link till I die. Iron hands, diamond hands, all that sort of stuff. You know, didn't read, never selling. That's just how it goes. Chainlink is the one and only true crypto coin. Not financial advice, by the way. Read the disclaimer. Okay. So that's good enough. Chainlink all the way, 100%, 1,000%, 10,000%. 10,000% profit. Hell yeah. All right, let's go. Next one. What do we have here? Do you know any technical analysis? Do you any fundamental reps before you invest? Ah. No, not at all. All right, listen, technical analysis is absolute bullshit. All right, technical analysis, you might as well go to, your local oracle and have them ask the spirits what the price is going to do on any given day. It's absolute crap, and stressing yourself out with technical analysis, it's just going to take so much time away from your day to do much better things than try to chase strange ass freaking prices and so on. Thank you for the follow, Mary Rose. All right, Mandolin, first of all, what do the words in this question even mean? Don't worry yourself too much about that. And again, technical analysis is absolute whatever. Do you do any fundamental reps before you invest? A little bit, to be honest. So on that front, I do a little bit of work, but not too crazy much, to be quite frank with you. For the most part, I look for legitimacy, if you can call it that, in the space at all. Something that has a team behind it that you can actually identify with real people. A lot of times, all these cryptocurrencies and their teams are like anonymous people or made up personalities and stuff, and you really got to be careful in a lot of these situations. There's a lot of money to be made even in projects like that, but save yourself the headaches and maybe invest in things where there's actual people behind it that maybe can be held responsible in case something happens. Even though that might be wishful thinking too on my end. But what's up? Hello, Carve. BitConnect. Yeah. Sure, if you can invest in it right now, you should do it, of course. Do it. Yeah. Do it. Obviously. Do invest in BitConnect. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Look above me. I hope that's abundantly clear. All right. Let's get on. Let's get on with it. So fundamental reps, a little bit, yeah. But there's more than enough projects too where, I just threw a couple $100 here and there just to see if it would stick. And, sometimes you just got to take gambles like that. And it's fun too. So anyway, don't worry, I am already to the moon. Wonderful. You did the right thing there. You invested in BitConnect. It was the right choice. Went to McDonald's with all the GME money. Hell yeah, Tragon. That's what I'm talking about. To be honest, the GME situation, I haven't actually followed too much. I don't even know what it's doing right now. Like, I couldn't tell you if it's all the way back down to whatever freaking level it was before that pump or not. That's something that I really got to work on myself, to invest in more sort of the traditional stock market instead of this crypto monopoly money. I've kind of neglected that for a long time. But yeah, your eye tracking is having a bit of a strong, I believe. Yeah, this is the new software doing its thing. I really got to work on that because I look a little bit strange here and there. But let's just chalk it up to me being drunk tonight, huh? Let's just say that. How about that? I'll take that. That makes the stream all the more legitimate. I'm drunk and I'm doing a crypto stream. There we go. Drunk on money. Let's go. All right. Anyway, no, you need to buy the pizza with Bitcoin. The true way to spend your fortune, dude. That one guy that spent like a couple thousand Bitcoins on pizza 8 or 10 years back, or however long it's been now. Good Lord. That guy must bite himself in the ass every night to this day. Joining you on the drunk side here. Hell yeah. Wonderful. We can all get drunk this stream. Why not? All right, let's keep going. Next question. Are you familiar with the long tail events risk management theory? Do you know about Nassim Taleb and the black swan hunting approach? I didn't know before that question got asked, to be quite honest. So I read up on a couple of these things. And regarding risk management, let's just say, you know, I don't do any of that. I don't bother with that bullshit. So there you have that. So my risk management is non-existent. Okay, so don't ask me about risk management, because anything I can tell you about that is just, I'm not doing it. Simple as that. But basically this long tail events risk management theory is kind of a thing about probability distributions and how, you know, highly unlikely events in financial situations, particularly right now, can happen a lot more frequently than you think they would. And so the probability distribution is a bit skewed, and so on and so forth. It's interesting, but at the same time, you know, I just don't bother with it too much. All right. I'm bold of you to assume I'm not even drunk. Can't believe Turtle spent all his profits on booze. How do you think I get through my day, man? All right, but Nassim Taleb and the black swan hunting approach. Yet again, I read up on that a little bit. And it's interesting. So the guy has a lot of very reasonable things to say, just about predictability of events in general. So it's an interesting read, his book on black swan events, right? So I could probably recommend that to anybody. I haven't read it myself. I've read like a summary about it, and it seems to make a lot of sense. So that's cool. But the whole black swan hunting in particular is, yet again, you know, it's something you should probably do, because it pertains to like how you could maximize your chance for profitability and minimize your risks, so to speak. But at the same time, you know, it's it's a lot of technical mumbo jumbo, and I just don't bother too much with it. But yeah, overall, the book would probably be interesting, and I think I'm actually going to buy it and read about it, just for the predictability part of it, because that seems like an interesting read. What he's basically saying in that book is like, you can't really predict anything at all, because there's a lot of information that we're missing about daily events that can influence how things happen and what things are going to happen. And so, you know, we can only make estimated guesses at best as to what's going to happen, you know, in even the near future. Not even to speak of, you know, further down the line. So the guy seems to make a lot of sense in that regard. So yeah, maybe I'll actually buy that book and read it. All right. So, given that you are from Germany as well, which service do you use to trade? How did you start? The how did you start thing, I'll answer in a later question, because that's going to come up. But which service do I use to trade? I mainly have Binance for just trading stuff, and then I do have Coinbase to sort of transfer the stuff to and from my actual bank account. There's probably much better services in the EU or in Germany in particular, maybe, but I don't know. I've just been using these for so long, so that's just what I use. Any quick tips for people starting on investing? Investing in general or investing in cryptocurrency is the question. How does it work regarding the tax system? So in Germany, it's pretty nifty because you can basically hold a cryptocurrency for a year and then you don't have to pay taxes on it anymore if you don't do anything with it, right? So if you buy it and hold it for a year, any profits you make on that are going to be free for you, basically. So that's pretty nice. And I tried to stay within that because that's, you know, it's just the most or the least headache inducing thing about it. Only crypto I take are turtle eggs. Oh man, if I could make an exchange for these, I would. Honestly, it'd be freaking funny to see that. Actually, there is. So I've been following recently. Well, not too recently, but I've been following. Actually, it is recently. Now that I think about it, I've been following this new project that supposedly wants to do something with VTubers and so on. So I wonder how that's going to play out. I have no idea what they're actually going to do, but it seems like they're planning on some sort of crypto NFT type of thing. So it will be fun to see. Let me take a sip here. right. So, then we're complete behavior opposites. I would mainly do day-to-day trades to abuse small spikes or drops. Yeah, day trading. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit too. Oh, want to become famous? Hell no, damn it. Streamlabs, why? Why did you have to time that person out? I wanted to become famous. Crap. Well, I guess getting rich off of crypto is my only choice now. So let's see. Let's get on to the next question, huh? There we go. What kind of split between crypto and traditional investment portfolios do you suggest? E.g., evenly is 50%. Wow. That's going to be a little tough to answer. Let's see. I'm sorry, did I hear that correctly? VTuber crypto? Yeah, it's yet again, I have no idea what they're actually planning with that project, really. But it seems like there's something in the works, and they already have some sort of smaller VTuber agency on board doing something. So hey, maybe. We'll see how that works out. It's honestly, it's probably been out for like a week or something. So I don't know what exactly they're doing there. From StrictlyTurtle to famous turtle. Hell yeah. All right. Monoricio doesn't get advice from a German online turtle on financial projects. I think maybe I should keep the blinking red arrows up here. Just in case. Maybe people don't read that text up there, huh? All right, anyway. So what kind of split? Wow. I suppose if you go like the thing that people usually suggest in this situation is like something along the lines of 5 to 10% in crypto of your overall net worth, or of your investment budget, right? Anything that you put aside for investments, 5 to 10% of that you can maybe invest in crypto, right? Is the usual sort of suggestion. I don't really care too much for that. But I don't suggest anything myself either, 100%, let's go, If that's what you feel like, do it, It's really up to you how you feel about this stuff, right? Do you feel a little more risk averse, or do you embrace risk a little more? All that sort of stuff, right? It really, really depends on what kind of person you are. So again, the standard sort of suggestion is 5 to 10% because it's a very risky type of investment. But overall, hey, go for whatever you want, So, all right. Let's see. I want the foreign turtle money advice. Hell yeah. Don't worry, man. It could be worse. Remember that people unironically invest based on 4chan biz recommendations. Oh, man. Oh, you. To be quite honest. Well, actually, I'm probably going to talk about that a little longer, or a little more down the line anyway. Glasses for teaching. My lord. Well, hello there. Now we're going to be a little more sophisticated, I suppose. All right, but anyway. Where's the money in crypto actually come from? Like, where is the value generated? Andalin. It all just comes from the people buying it, There's no real inherent value in it, obviously. But it's kind of like stock market light, so to speak. People invest in projects that they believe or hope are going to make a return on their investment. Simple as that, right? And that's why they put their money in there. And that's where the money comes from. Buy high, sell low. Hell yeah, that's the best strategy, Carve. That is the spirit. Exactly. All right, so right now is the perfect time to buy GameStop stocks. Yet again, I haven't followed that in such a long time, right? I really don't know what it's doing right now. I couldn't tell you. Maybe it is actually a good time to invest in GameStop again. There's always money to be made. But yeah, glasses for teaching. Hell yeah. More like speculation. Well, yeah. You could probably call it that. It's probably a better idea to call it that. Good evening, Thigh Jobs. Hey, hello there. A certain Silk Road made all the value. I wonder. Because that got busted a long time ago, right? There surely must be something of equal caliber around right now. I would be surprised if there wasn't. But yeah, there's no denying that, you know, black markets are a big use of cryptocurrencies as of now, because they're very easy to use anonymously, right? That's a big drawing point for them, right? So that's why people who are in it at the start get the profits, while the later people lose. Kind of, yeah. For a lot of projects, that is definitely the case. If the earlier you jump in on something, the more of a chance you have to make a big fat stack of it, and then you can just jump off and leave all those suckers behind who come after you. But there's also some projects who've stuck around for the long run, and it looks like maybe they will stick around for a even longer run. So who knows? Is GameStop still a thing? I don't know. Yet again, I can't tell you. I don't know. Keep the Ponzi scheme going. Hell, if it worked for BitConnect, you know. I'm still surprised that people fell for that so hard. It's crazy. It's honestly insane. Dude who owned that got scammed big time due to all the power going on to his head. Really? You mean like the Silk Road thing? Huh. All right. Well, okay. I still can't believe they were based in Germany. Wait, what? That I didn't know. I only tangentially heard about that stuff, but wow, really? Hello. Well, I mean, I can't tell you anything about that, obviously. I wouldn't know anything about it, but wow, that's crazy. They were in Germany? What a coincidence. Would you look at that? I think I have to go somewhere right now. Give me a moment. No, but actually, let's keep on trucking here, okay? One of the sellers was pretending to be like 5 different people talking to the... Oh, really? Oh, wow. That's crazy. That's insane. I'm always interested in these stories of how, you know, criminals or criminal rings like that get busted. It's so interesting to find out about that stuff. There was this guy in South Africa called like Calder. No, what was it? Calder LaRue. And he had like a huge ass internet drug business going on. And he had like hitmen killing people all over the place and stuff. And there's a really good book about how they busted him and like all the operations that he was running and stuff. And it's so interesting. It's insane. The inner workings of like criminal rings are fascinating, to say the least. But let's not veer off track too much here, and let's keep going with the questions, huh? So next one, is investing in penny coins or niche altcoins and waiting for 100% plus spike in value a valid strategy? Welp. Valid is, that's a tall order. Well, let's see. The scammer was caught due to him trying to cash out all the coin. Oh, you absolute moron. Oh, man. I mean, you know, yeah, people are blinded. People are blinded by money. That's always man's downfall. But investing in penny coins or niche altcoins and waiting for 100% plus spike in value. So first of all, I would probably not call it penny coins, because a lot of coins up in the top 10 or 20 or so could be considered penny coins simply because an individual coin is only worth a couple pennies, but their overall market cap is gigantic. So niche altcoins, you know, or just call them shit coins, just call them what they are. You know, I suppose that's a good word to use for them. So is investing in shit coins and waiting for 100% plus spike in value a valid strategy? Well, valid is, yet again, it's a tall order. You could certainly make money like that if you're lucky enough, but it really just comes down to luck, I would say. There have been, you know, a lot of shit coins that I just threw a little bit of money at just to see what happens, and they've made some great returns. unexpectedly, right? But at the same time, there's been just as many, you know, where you throw some money in and it just goes down the drain, basically. So it's really a luck shot investing in tiny market cap coins and seeing if anything's going to happen with them. The fresher they are, so to speak, so the fewer days they've been on the market, the more of a chance you have to actually make money in that, I would say. But anything that's already had a major spike in price is probably not really going to help you out too much, I would say. But then again, look at the big red arrows up there. This is not financial advice. This is entertainment purposes only. I can't stress it enough. Don't listen to what I'm actually saying here, okay? Only relax, listen to the stream and have a drink and whatnot. Laugh a little bit, but don't actually do the things that I tell you to do. All right. So that's kind of my stance on this. Let's keep going. When is it too late to jump on the free internet money train? Never. I don't think there's ever a bad time to make money on the internet. And especially with these coins now, dude, there's so much that you can do. There are so many chances to make money off of this. It's easier now than ever to make money without doing any work for it. And I mean, even if say this whole crypto thing is going to be one big fad and it's going to go away, something else will replace it down the line. And you'll be able to make free internet money that way. It's really, again, it all chalks up to luck for the most part, right? And that's probably not a good thing you want to hear, but that's the sad reality of it, right? Don't worry, I keep my current investment plan of buying scratch cards. Hey, I mean, people make a whole lot of money buying and selling Pokemon cards, for example, so anything's possible. Who knows, maybe scratch cards will become super valuable in a couple years. Maybe we'll never use them again. Lottery money, hell yeah. Get that lottery money. Next question though. What kind of cryptocurrency do you follow? E.g. Monero, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and so on. That's a very easy answer. Link and Link only. Chainlink all the way, 100%, 1000%. That is literally the only coin that I actually sort of keep up with their development and all that jazz. Everything else, I gotta be honest with you, I don't follow that stuff for the most part at all. It's Chainlink all the way, baby. Simple as that. 100%. But having said that, I feel like it's about time that I start getting into this stuff again and look at some other stuff. Because there's been a couple of projects that I've kind of been interested in, but haven't actually checked up on too much because I've been getting a little lazy about this stuff. But there's certainly a lot more very interesting things going on in the crypto space as a whole, and a lot of projects that look sort of legitimate enough that give me sort of similar vibes as Chainlink did when I started actually looking into it. So it might be about time to maybe look into other coins a little bit too, because you can't just get comfortable on one coin and never do anything with other stuff. You should diversify, but yet again, you shouldn't listen to me either. You shouldn't do anything where I say you should do something. But yeah, for now, Chainlink only. So let's keep going. Next question. What do we have? As someone who never held any crypto coins, how is liquidity handled? Can crypto be exchanged to fiat safely, quickly, and at any given time? Depends on how you trade it, but if you're on any of the major exchanges, I would say yeah. So the exchanges themselves provide the liquidity. At least the centralized ones do. I'm not going to go into decentralized exchanges and stuff too much here. It's I don't really use them myself that much, so I can't really tell you all too much about them anyway. But the big centralized exchanges, they do handle liquidity by themselves. They provide that, and you really can't be worried too much about coins being illiquid on that stuff. So yeah, you should be very well off trading stuff on there quickly. The only thing that could happen is from time to time that they stop trading for maintenance purposes, yada yada yada, so to speak. But yeah, other than that, they usually have a 24/7 uptime. You can usually trade any coin that's on there instantly. The funds are safe, yeah. At least they say they are. You know, however much you can trust that, I don't know, but I have trusted that for the longest time, and it's been working out pretty well. Which is probably not the best attitude about it, but I'm also a lazy bastard, so that's that. But yeah, you know, on big centralized exchanges, you can do all of that and more. Much, much more. This is not advertisement, though, because I don't have any referral links that you could click that would make me money, so I'm not going to advertise. There we go. Simple as that. All right. I think that's that. Exchange to fiat. Yeah. On a lot of them, you can kind of exchange it to fiat tethers, right? Something like USD Tether, USD Coin, and so on. The bigger ones have now started to also include actual fiat pairings with the coins. So now you can actually trade coins to actual fiat money instead of just USD Tether, which is a little shifty, but it's been working out. So I don't know. Enter code TurtleCoin for 10% bonus on your first 100 coins. Hell yeah. Dude, that would be fantastic, man. That would be so cool. TurtleCoin, hell yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, if I had the technical expertise, I would probably have made my own coin by now and just made stupid money off of that. Because honestly, yeah, you're ripping off people, right? You're ripping off people, but like any freaking coin that comes out, it really doesn't matter how stupid and how memey it is. It's gonna make money in some form or another, right? Even if it's only like a couple dozen grand, so to speak, right? It's still gonna happen inevitably, if you know how to market it a little bit. And it's just insane. But yeah, I think I'm just too morally good to try and rip people off on the internet. But anyway, I was wondering, how difficult was it for you to jump into crypto? Actually pretty easy, I would say. Let me see. Well, I'm going to talk about when I got into crypto and probably how I got into crypto a little bit later down the line. So that's going to come up in a question soon enough. Blockchain term drop. Yeah. I call it scam coin and still make bank. Totally. Oh, obviously. I mean, I would be surprised if there wasn't a scam coin already, and people have bought it just for the memes. But let's keep going here. What's the real world appliance of cryptocurrency? As far as I understand, it is betting on coin value and dark web services. So that's kind of the same question as the next one coming up, I think. Yeah. If blockchain tech is so revolutionary, how come it's not being used anywhere? So these are kind of pertaining to the real world application of crypto, right? And to be quite frank, there honestly isn't too much real world application as of now, right? And that's probably also got a lot to do with how crypto has been perceived over the past, or over its lifetime, to be quite honest. It's been kind of a black sheep all over the place, right? And it's kind of done a lot of shady shit. So it's obviously very difficult to try and get legitimate businesses and especially like big players to join into this stuff that has been sort of notorious for making people lose their money and ripping people off and being used for illegal, shady businesses and so on and so forth, right? So I think the biggest hurdle about is to try and change the perception of people about this stuff overall, right? But it does have a lot of real world use cases that are being explored, and a lot of these are being explored by like startup companies and venture capital backed companies and things that, are sort of trying to get things off the ground that might actually come in handy later down the line, right? Things about, like supply chain, like Maersk handling some crypto related stuff right now, blockchain tech and so on. They're looking into that. A lot of financial things. A lot of the bigger banks are now looking into this blockchain tech stuff and setting up like little departments within their companies to try and figure out what this new crypto fad is all about and so on. So there's a good amount of movement sort of behind the scenes, things being worked on that might, soon enough in the near future, I would say, become a lot more apparent. But probably within like the next 5 to 10 years, we might see larger scale adoption of crypto stuff. Always obviously depending on how scalable this whole thing is. But that's a whole different discussion altogether too. But yeah, so right now there's not a lot of real world application when it comes to cryptocurrencies. A couple of things are already sort of working on the blockchain, but those are like smaller projects that you probably don't really know about and don't really use yourself. But yeah, so maybe in the near future it might become more apparent. So let's keep going here. Just invested all my savings in Dogecoin. Let's friggin' go. Hell no. No. Bad dog. Don't do that. But yeah, I mean, you know what? Do whatever you want. Sure, invest all you want in Dogecoin. Do it. Invest all your money in it. Do it. But yeah, hey, whatever can make you money. Look, if you had invested in Dogecoin, say at the top of the 2017-18 sort of craze, right? And like it went all the way back down and stayed down there for years, right? Still by now, today, you would still have made about 5 times what you invested back then. Which is crazy to think about. It's freaking Dogecoin. Like what is up with that? It just goes to show that you can make money basically anywhere in this space. It's just that the timing has to be right, I have to sell my house. Let's go. Yeah, do it. Get yourself a second mortgage, whatever, just invest all of it in Dogecoin. All right. I hope that was clear enough yet again. Look at the big fat arrows, but okay. I'm financially ruined after investing everything I own into memes. Let's fucking go. Sure. I mean, yeah, if you had fun, at least you had fun, Always try to see the positives in things. But yeah, let's not dwell on this stupid ass question too long. So, I say that and then this comes up. I already forgot about this. I didn't even think I'd keep this in here. So who would win in a fight between Nessie, Bigfoot, Mothman, and the Boston Baked Bean Boy? I want detailed reasoning on the result listing. I'll entertain you for a little bit, okay? So look. Between all of these, all right, let's go through them one by one. So Nessie is a bitch. Let's be real here. Nessie is a real scared ass bitch. Because if Nessie was a fighter, we'd have heard of it by now, you would hear about people disappearing in Loch Ness, like bodies floating around, decapitated torso coming up on the shore and things like that. So far, I haven't heard a whole lot about Nessie killing a lot of people or doing any damage in general. So I think Nessie is a scaredy ass bitch. So Nessie's kind of out of the fight. She would probably get bitch slapped and just leave. Bigfoot. Bigfoot seems to have a fighting chance. He's a big guy, right? Big, muscular, strong dude. Yeah, maybe. But then we got Mothman, right? And Mothman is just a fucking Mothman. You'd think, what the fuck can Mothman do? But Mothman is like 7 feet or something. He's also a big dude. So, let's keep that in mind for now. And the Boston Baked Bean Boy, it's a freaking baked bean. What do you want? He's like a soft ass motherfucker. he would probably, you could throw a marshmallow at that guy and it'd probably put a hole in him. He's a baked bean. He's as soft as they come. That guy will lose a fight without even fighting. So it's between Bigfoot and Mothman really on this one. And I would go for Mothman simply because he has wings. He can fly. I'll take that. I'll take that as an advantage. It's probably going to be a close call if we're being real here, but I'll put my money on Mothman here. Yeah. Yeah, so Mothman all the way. How would Nessie and Mothman even get at each other? Yet again, dude, like Mothman just needs to look at her and she's just going to leave. Do you think Mothman is a better investor than Nessie? No, I think in that regard, Nessie might probably be better. She's playing it safe. She's playing it very safe, which I think might be a good idea. All right, let's keep going here. This is stupid. This is fucking ridiculous. All right. Why the turtle? Thinking. Oh man. Now you're really making me think. Why the turtle? Do I even know myself? I mean, I can ask the same question back to you. Why the human? Why the human? There you go. Is that something you can answer that easily? I don't know. Well, provided you are human. So yeah, I don't know why the turtle. It's so, it just breaks my brain, that question. I think my tiny little turtle brain should not think about a question like that. So let's keep going here before it comes oozing out my ears, which I don't have. All right. It's a great design. Oh, thank you. I mean, why no turtles are, or why not? Turtles are cool, right? Turtles are totally cool. We're like super cool. Turtles are the best. But yeah, I asked for a cat girl, but all they could give me is a human model. Oh no. Oh, how horrible. They ran all out of cat girls at the model store, huh? That's really sad. I've never been to a model store. Well, let's see here. What are the differences between investing in crypto and investing conventionally for me, the user? All right. Okay, so we can talk about the technical differences or the financial differences. And so let's just go with that a little bit. Technically, I don't think there's much of a difference anymore. With things like Robinhood and so on, where you can just invest conventionally into stock markets and so on with just an app on your phone. It's kind of the same with crypto. You can just get an app on your phone to invest in crypto easily the same way. So on a technical level, it doesn't really matter too much. Unless obviously, you know, you get yourself your own wallet and all that sort of fancy mumbo jumbo. But at that point, it really becomes too much of a hassle. You know, if you're really security oriented, then obviously you would do that. But just from a like regular Joe Schmo user perspective, it doesn't really matter that much. Like, it doesn't make too much of a difference whether you invest conventionally or in crypto, technically speaking. Financially speaking, well, you can basically do all of the stuff that you could do in a regular stock market in crypto as well. You have things like futures, margin trading, and all the fancy stuff if you really want to go for that. But just fundamentally speaking, it's just a lot more risky sort of to invest in crypto stuff, obviously, right? So for you, the user, the difference is just more risk versus more potential reward, maybe. And that's kind of it. But yeah. I mean, it's not to say that you can't make like a boatload of money in the traditional stock market, as we've seen with the GME stuff going on. But yeah, crypto, it's just a lot faster overall, the market, in the way that it moves, it feels like. So anyway, so that's that. So keep going here. What do we have? How does the viscoelastic modulus of a Maxwell body behave when a periodic stress is applied with an A, high excitation frequency, or B, low excitation frequency? Listen, I've always sucked absolutely at physics and anything physics related, all the way back to school. Like, I've never bothered with physics. So I can't answer this question for you. I have seriously looked this up a little bit just to see what the hell this is about. And it's just, look, man, my tiny turtle brain, it cannot handle that stuff. All right. From all that I've read on it, viscoelastic Maxwell bodies are just a fancy word for a fluid that is both viscous and elastic. Just kind of like honey and stuff like that. That's all I know about it. So I guess if you do a high and low excitation frequency, it's just like pouring honey on a speaker and putting it on a high or low frequency. I don't know what's going to happen with that. You just get vibrating honey. There you go. That's my answer to that. It's just vibing. That's right. All right. So let's keep going here. Vibrating honey. Next question. Do you get a little ... aroused when looking at Crocs? Crocs? Like the footwear Crocs. Or crocodiles. Because I mean, it's a capitalized C over there. So I'm assuming it's the footwear. Which is just, I don't even know. Listen, Crocs are about the most sexually unappealing footwear in existence. Just about. There's probably things that you could imagine that are a lot worse, but I mean, just from conventional footwear perspective, Crocs is just unsexy as hell. I don't know how anybody could get aroused looking at Crocs, but there's probably people out there, to each their own and all. Don't yuck somebody else's yum and so on, but my God, no. That's a resounding no on that question. Absolutely not. I would legit not let someone wearing Crocs step on me. See, that's how bad they are, everybody. That is how absolutely awful Crocs are. People don't even want to get stepped on in Crocs. There you go. Dang, now that's some standards, right? Hey, you got to draw the line somewhere. And that's just how it is. Depends on who wants to step on me. Well, Benos, I don't really know. I don't know if I can count you in here. But yeah. I mean, you're an outlier. You're one of those, back to one of the earlier questions for the fat tail distribution and stuff. You'd be in that fat tail somewhere. You're one of those probability distributions that doesn't fit within the regular model. You're very out there. You're one of the biggest outliers. But let's keep going. So, when do you think will the mining boom calm down again so I can upgrade my damn GPU? Like, that's ever going to happen. Oh, boy. Oh, well. Fat tail. Hell yeah. But, I don't really know what to tell you about this. Obviously, yet again, I can't make any real predictions here. It's not like I'm a freaking oracle. But judging by this latest GPU generation, what freaking NVIDIA did with the 3060 stuff and their special mining edition of it and whatnot, and how unfortunate that went for them. In case you guys haven't heard of it, so NVIDIA brought out one of their latest graphics cards, and they sort of split off a good batch of their production and made them crypto mining only cards, basically. People kind of got upset about that, and people especially got upset because they kind of said, like, in our regular graphics cards, we're going to put in a driver that's going to sort of prevent people from being able to mine to the fullest potential on this card, just so they don't, buy up all the graphics card for the mining stuff. We really think about the gamers in this instance, right? Is what they were talking about, right? It's a fucking joke, to be honest. Yeah, it totally is. But I've heard just recently, maybe a couple days ago, or something like that. NVIDIA came out with a beta driver for that card, which just accidentally removed that limitation from the graphics cards, and now you can mine on the regular graphics cards just as fine as on the crypto specific ones. So they did a big ass freaking blunder there. So yeah, that's very unfortunate for them. Accidentally, right? Absolutely terrible behavior on their part. But, you know, it is how it is. And I think the unfortunate reality is, you know, it's going to continue for a good while with this sort of stuff, especially with the, you know, with production shortages and stuff happening because of, the unmentionable virus and all sorts of shit going on. It's probably not going to get much better within this year. I would assume. Maybe towards, you know, the beginning of the next year or something, you might be able to snag a graphics card new off the shelf somewhere again, or order one. But until then, I don't know. It's probably going to be a shitstorm all over the place. So happy I bought a new GPU before Christmas when it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I feel the exact same way. I'm so happy, even, you know, with this 2070 that I have, with the 2070 Super that I bought. I am glad I bought it when I did, because shit hit the fan very quickly afterwards. And even a freaking 2070 Super right now is hard to get here where I live, which is crazy to think about. You know, we've never really had something like that here. But yeah, really weird. Even without that, it was a dick move for gamers, definitely. And people complained very much about that, and they were right to do so. Just buy a pre-built. I mean, you know, honestly, to be quite fair, nowadays pre-builds have gotten a lot better than they used to be. You could probably buy decent pre-builds these days for very reasonable prices. But then again, I don't know how the availability on those is. I've heard that a lot of these pre-built companies hoarded a lot of graphics cards from these newer generations, and that's why they're so out of stock in retail businesses and so on. So you might actually be better off getting a pre-built if you really, really want a new PC right now. But yeah, gonna sell my old 1050 Ti for $10 million next week. Hell yeah. I had a 1050 Ti before I got this new graphics card, and I actually sold it for like $250 or something, like insane money, considering I actually bought it for almost the same price. So yeah, dude, like it's insane. It's insane what people are willing to pay for graphics cards these days, simply because they just can't get their hands on things anymore, you know? It's kind of crazy. I felt a little bit bad, but then again, you know, it is what it is. If people are willing to pay that much, I'm willing to ask that much. Gonna sell my, oh no, that's what I just read. Yeah, I actually got a really good one recently, running on a 3070 for what a 3070 alone goes for right now. There you go. Yeah. So there you have it. You know, it's just absolutely bonkers what people are asking for these graphics cards used on eBay and so on. Scalpers, honestly, scalpers, man, they're the worst. They're just the worst. I mean, they're making the most out of the situation, obviously, but man. Poor old gamers can't get a break. Nvidia's trying to rip them off. Scalpers are trying to rip them off. It's just not a good year for gamers here, man. And here I am stuck with my RX 580, 4 gigabytes. Hey, isn't that like, that card is pretty good overall. It's had a really, really good run, I think. The RX 580, that's like one of those cards that's going to be remembered for a long time, I think, because a lot of people have been using that for a long time, and you know, it's held up very well. So, you know, you didn't make a bad choice there. But yeah, it's about time. Fine for 1080p 60, but the 4 gigabyte VRAM bottlenecks a bit. It's gonna show its age these days, definitely. But hey, man, you know, could have gone a lot worse. Could have gone for a fucking Radeon Vega or whatever they were called. Nobody remembers those anymore. But let's go. So next question here. What is the difference between all the cryptocurrencies? Is there a good reason for so many to exist simultaneously? Probably not, to be quite honest. No. I'd argue that 99% of all coins that are out there in the crypto space are just absolute bullshit. Just garbage that is just around because somebody wanted to make a quick buck, and they probably did. So there's no good reason for a lot of them to exist, simply because the only reason they exist in the first place is that somebody wanted to make money quickly. There are differences between cryptocurrencies on a technical level. But for the most part, you're probably not going to notice that as an end user. There's things that Ethereum can do that Bitcoin can't do, and so on and so forth. But a lot of these are being constantly worked on, at least like the bigger networks, obviously. And all of the work that's being done on them is getting more and more extensive and incorporates more and more features, you know, over time. So a lot of these sort of converge into similar functioning chains anyway. So yeah, you know, if you really want to be, if you want to be strict about it, you can definitely find differences in their technical makeup. But honestly, there's not too much of a difference between all of them when it comes to how the end user actually perceives them at the end of the day. But yeah, you know, things are happening behind the scenes on a lot of them, but it all does feel quite the same. Next one though, I think it's safe to assume that you will show your feet one day on stream. When will that be? My God, I thought this was a crypto stream, but it's just a pervert stream asking me about my fetishes and all that sort of shit. Will I show my feet on stream ever? Feet coin when? I would be surprised if there wasn't already a feet coin. There's probably already a feet coin. In fact, let me look that up real quick. Probably not going to be on CoinMarketCap or something like that though. If I had to guess, it would probably not be on a bigger site like this. But just for the fun of it. No result for feet, my God. So apparently there's not a big enough feet coin yet. So hey, get working on that. Get working on that. Whoever is technically versed enough, get a feet coin running that you could put on CoinMarketCap. That people can look up. Someone do it right now. Hell yeah. So, is it safe to assume that I will show feet one day on stream? I don't know. Maybe I will dance one day on stream and you'll see my feet. It's all in the stars there, you know. But hey, don't take this information seriously that I'm telling you here right now. When will that be? I don't know. I'm not making promises. But maybe. You pervert. All right, let's keep going. Step dancing. Yet another one. Do you smell fishy or more neutral? I don't know how turtles smell it. It's making me nervous. Listen. My handler regularly washes me. All right, so I smell like mild soap most of the time. That's all I can tell you. All right. Maybe sometimes I smell like crickets or salad or whatever I get fed, you know, but for the most part, yeah, you know, my handler takes good care of me. He doesn't give me quite enough shrimp, but I'll take it. Seems pretty good. Like strawberry? No. I haven't had strawberries in such a long time, by the way. Oh man. Handler! Well, he's not around. But thanks for the idea, by the way. I'll get some strawberries soon. Maybe. Wash your turtle daily. Do it, yeah. Keep good care of your turtle. I wonder who asks such stupid questions. Yeah, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. This is why, you know, I did this anonymous stuff, because I knew people were going to ask this stuff. And, you know, hey, at least it's content. Hell yeah. All right, let's keep going here. There we go. So when did you get into crypto stuff? Would you recommend looking more into it to someone with zero interest in mining? All right, so that's 2 in 1, but let's go. When did I get into crypto stuff? Probably, it must have been somewhere around August or so in 2017. It might be a bit earlier, might be a bit later, somewhere around August 2017. And I don't even quite remember the reason why I got into it too much. I think it's literally just, I heard about it and that's kind of it. People started talking about it because that was about the time where it started taking off again. And so I kind of just jumped on that train, really, is all that happened. And, yeah, I'm happy I did. But I've been kind of, like, I mean, I've heard about crypto a long time before that, but I've always sort of just brushed it off as, hey, it's just meme monopoly money that is going to fizzle away, that you're just going to lose all your shit on. And yeah, a little bit regrettable in hindsight, but as they say, hindsight is always 20/20, so can't do much about that. I mean, I've been hanging around on forums and things, and all the way back in 2013 or so, when I think that was when it boomed for a while there. And, I was just sort of watching it from the sidelines, being all like, look at these idiots. They're going to lose all of their money and stuff. I will never. And now look at me being this Link apologist here. Oh, how the tables have turned. But that's how it goes, yeah. So about August 2017-ish is when I got into this stuff. Would you recommend looking more into it to someone with zero interest in mining? You don't have to necessarily mine to get into this crypto stuff. I mean, you certainly can, but there's no obligation to do that. You can just, yet again, open an account on an exchange and just trade that stuff, or just buy it and hold it, So you don't have to mine it if you don't want to, right? So would I recommend looking into it? No, I don't recommend anything. But, if you don't have interest in mining, you don't have to mine. Just buy the shit. Simple as that. So yeah, you can do that. All right, next one. What do we have here? Oh, that's too long. Wait a minute. Let me get this out here. There we go. That's a lot better. That's a huge list of questions. So let me see if I can get through this thing. So, hey Turtle, I would like to know what CO2 footprint cryptocurrencies have, and if there are more green alternatives in the crypto field. Short answer, probably not really. This whole thing is very, very energy inefficient for now. And you'd probably have a hard time finding anything that would be eco-friendly in this space. I think I've seen a couple of projects around that pretended to be all goody two shoes and like, we're gonna save the planet. Look at our eco coin here. But those are coins that never go anywhere. Because they don't really have any goals or visions for their projects, and they just kind of want to bank on this green is good thing, and try to rope people into feeling good about themselves by investing into what is essentially a shitcoin, right? So right now, not really the best space to invest into if you're sort of conscious about our environment. But down the line, it might get a little bit more efficient overall. There's work being done on like second layer solutions to sort of reduce a lot of the strain that these networks have, and sort of make it a little bit more energy friendly overall and efficient. So, things are being worked on. But for now, yeah, it's very bad for the environment if you care about that. Powering your mining farm with a hamster wheel. I wonder how many hamsters it would take to mine a single Bitcoin. Probably not that many hamsters on the planet. So number 2, what is the safest and what is the most convenient way to trade and store coins? So we have a German question here. So this is a little bit of a contradiction type of deal here. So the problem is that if you want safety, you will have to necessarily sort of sacrifice some convenience, right? And the other way around too. If you want convenience, you're going to have to sacrifice safety. So I assume you probably want to find a good middle ground between that with this question, because the safest way to trade and store coins would probably just be get your own wallet with your own private key that only you have, and store that stuff offline. And that's really all you can do. That way, literally only you own your coins and nobody could freaking get their hands on that. But it's not convenient at all, really. It's kind of a hassle. The most convenient way would just be get yourself an account on a big exchange and trade that way, right? So trying to find a middle ground, I would say maybe get something like a MetaMask, right? That you can get as a plugin in your browser, and store your coins on that. And then when you want to trade them, transfer them over to your exchange account and then trade them that way, right? It's still going to be a little more inconvenient, actually a lot more inconvenient than just having them on an exchange. But at least, you know, you have the coins on your wallet, sort of, and going to be a lot harder to get to them if you're concerned about that. To be quite honest, though, you probably shouldn't be too concerned about your coins getting stolen when they're on an exchange anyway. These days, like the biggest exchanges, they will do anything and everything to sort of prevent that from happening, right? And even in the event that they get hacked, the user's funds are never something that you should be concerned about, simply because that's their whole bread and butter. All these exchanges, they depend on their users, right? And so it wouldn't be a good look for any exchange to say, you know, hey, we got hacked and people lost their money, right? Instead, they will, you know, pay stuff from their own pockets, simply because that will keep users there. And so, you know, if you have your coins on an exchange, chances are nothing's going to happen to them, right? Unless some major, like huge event that is unpredictable, going back to the Black Swan event stuff, occurs that you just cannot account for, right? Something like, you know, global governments banning all of crypto altogether, things like that, right? All trade being halted globally across all exchanges, things like that. Unless something like that happens, you're probably going to be fine. Oh yeah, you know, if you're really, really concerned about your safety and security, get your own wallet. That's all I can tell you. So I still feel a bit weird to give my money into the hands of companies that don't even have a legal obligation to me, as they don't fall under the jurisdiction of my home country. You know what website I'm using now. So again, assuming this is from Germany, things like Coinbase, for example, they do have legal representation in the European Union, so they kind of have to stay within, you know, the laws of the EU, for example. So you're good enough on that front, I would say. But there's obviously still always a concern of giving your money away to any company, really, right? So you kind of have to know if you feel comfortable about that or not. It's obviously also a thing of the trust that you can put in a newer-ish company. I mean, things like Coinbase haven't been around for that long, right? So it sort of still has to prove itself and establish itself as a big player in, well, financial markets in general, right? For people to put their trust in it. But, you know, to me, it feels like they've been around long enough to be reputable, I feel like. So I'm comfortable with giving my money to things like Coinbase and Binance, even though Binance is a Chinese website. Ooh, terrible. But, you know, they've been around long enough. I feel like they know what they're doing. Probably not the best attitude to have about this stuff, but hey, again, you know, this is not financial advice. Don't listen to what I'm saying. All right? Listen to my voice. That's all that it is. All right, so I was saving some money to buy Bitcoin, but just as I was getting enough money to spare, the price rose to new heights. So I feel a year late to invest in Bitcoin. What do you make of this? You're probably going to feel that way a lot of times when it comes to this stuff. You know, there's never really a good way, or a good time, I should say, to invest into things, right? It's always going to feel like, oh man, if only I had done it differently, right? It really depends on what you're looking for, you know? If you're in this for like a really long run, if you really just want to invest in this and just let this sit for 5 to 10 years, I would say, you know what, take the plunge. It really wouldn't matter too much. Obviously right now, like right at this very moment, we're in some sort of, you know, little bit of a rally, and everything's going up for a while. So it might just be that in the foreseeable future, this stuff is going to come back down pretty hard and fast, right? But yet again, you know, predictions and all that, very, very difficult to actually make any good assumptions about what's going to happen ever, right? So I would say, you know, if you feel like it, do it now and just forget about it, right? And then, you know, a couple years down the line, you might look at it again and go, hey, look, that, you know, those couple grand that I invested, or those couple $100 that I invested or whatever back then are now, you know, a little bit more. Whatever. That's nice. You know, that's kind of all you should be really looking for. Don't rack your brain around this too much. It's just going to stress you out too much, I feel like. So yeah, that's what I make of that. Next, should I invest a few every now and then into different coins, or wait and make bigger purchase of one specific coin that I have my eyes on? Yet again, it really just depends on what you feel comfortable with. There's money to be made both ways, obviously, right? And it really just depends on your luck. That's all I can tell you about this. There's no good way to go about this. You know, you might get lucky and make a whole lot of money off of random shitcoins that you invest in. You might also make a good batch of money on a project that you know, trust in and have faith in. I would say, you know, go for something that makes you feel better about yourself. Simple as that. If you know, do research on a project and you feel like, yep, I did my due diligence here and I feel good about this thing, you know, do it, right? It's probably going to feel better than gambling on a couple of shitcoins that you literally know nothing about, and you're going to stress yourself out overnight thinking, did I make the right decision here? I don't know. You know, can't really help you too much with that. Yeah, just get lucky. It's really all there is to it. Honestly, that's like 99% of my advice tonight. Just be lucky. Be a lucky motherfucker. Simple as that. Unfortunately, that's the reality of it. So, number 4, I am not a friend of buying and selling very often. Also, in stocks, I prefer to invest money into stable stocks rather than high profit or high risk ones. Am I the right type to invest into cryptocurrencies? To be honest, probably not then. If you usually go for more stable investments and returns, right, there's probably not really a thing for you. But, and again, you know, going back to that portfolio ratio question, right? Why not throw, you know, 5% of your stuff in there, or 10% or whatever, right? Take a little bit of your money that you can afford to lose, right? Maybe gamble a little bit on that, right? Make a little bit more of a high risk investment there. You might just get something out of it. And even if not, you know, if it's only 5% of your budget for your usual investments, it's not going to be the world if you lose that, right? So, you know, maybe dip your toes into that a little bit. See if you can, you know, see if it maybe is fun for you, right? For some people, it's not even really about the money they get out of it. For some people, it's just, you know, the excitement of trading something that's maybe a little bit more, you know, less conventional than usual stuff. It might just be fun for you. So yeah, maybe take a little bit of your money and do something with that. But don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. All right, next question. All right, so that was that one. Wait a moment. I think the next one is up here. Yeah, there we go. So, hey, Turtle. Yet again, I would like to know, number 1, what are ETs? I assume this means ETFs. Because what are ETs? You probably have to ask Ari for that. Good old Airy. But yeah, she could probably tell you a lot more about ETs. I can't. I don't know much about those. But I assume this means ETFs. So let's talk a little bit about ETFs. So ETFs stands for exchange traded funds, right? And usually in traditional sort of stock markets, that's basically just a collection of stocks bundled together into one thing that you can then trade, that you can buy and sell just like a regular stock, so to speak. But instead of individual stocks, you buy, a bundle sort of ratios of certain stocks. So instead of buying Amazon and Google and Apple and all of these individually, you just get a little bag that has a little bit of each of them in there, right? And you can trade that stuff. That's what ETFs are. They exist in the crypto space too, a little bit. But so far, I don't know. I haven't looked too much into those, and I feel like there just aren't that many actual like legitimate projects around in the crypto space in total that it makes a lot of sense to like look for ETFs in crypto just yet. You're probably better off just picking out projects that you think make sense individually by yourself, rather than trust some, no-name company that comes along and just makes a bag of random crypto coins that you have maybe never heard of, right? And tells you, hey, these are reputable. This is going to be good stuff. So yeah, really, I don't know. Do your due diligence, look into things yourself, and invest individually into coins that you feel good about, I would say. Yet again, not advice. Don't listen to me. All right, next one. Where do you see the chances of blockchain tech has outside of cryptocurrency? Yet again, that's kind of looping back to the real world application stuff that we've talked about earlier. There's things in the pipelines for a lot of crypto or for a lot of blockchain technology related projects that are being sort of looked into and worked on by more reputable companies these days too. Nothing's really set in stone for a lot of these things yet, but yet again, a lot of banks are looking into stuff. Companies like Oracle are looking into this stuff. Honestly, probably every major company by now has at least looked into if they could use that in any perceivable form, or if crypto or not crypto, if blockchain technology makes sense for them to use in some form, right? And a lot of them are now figuring out ways to do that, right? So down the line, it's definitely going to happen. It's just a question of when, right? So the chances that the blockchain technology is going to be used outside of just simple currency, very high, Probably the majority of the blockchain space right now, of the crypto space right now, is actually projects that don't concern themselves with currencies anymore that much. It used to be, a lot of these cryptocurrencies were actually trying to be used as currencies. But they found out pretty quickly that, there's a lot of technological difficulties right now still that prevent crypto from being used as a global currency. Simply because there's still a lot of work that would have to be done for that to happen. So they're kind of shifting their focus from currencies a lot into more projects that use blockchain technology more, less as a currency and more as an actual technological layer for things to happen upon. So yeah, chances are pretty high because basically everybody's working on that. All right, next one. Let's see here. How is wallet formed? How do I make Coinbase? What a intellectually highly articulated question. So, how is wallet formed? Well, just look up on Google how you make a crypto wallet. There's a lot of different ways to make one. I would say probably one of the easiest ways to get yourself a crypto wallet is actually get a MetaMask, right? Get yourself a MetaMask. and get that as a browser add-on for your browser and set up a wallet in that. That's really, really easy to set up. Probably not going to be a hassle at all, really. It's going to be a little clunky to use if you really want to trade with it, but hey, you can do that. So yeah, MetaMask, probably one of the easiest ways to set up a crypto wallet. There's definitely more safe and secure ways, but then again, look into that yourself if you're really, really serious about that. How do I make Coinbase? Go to coinbase.com, register. It's really, really, it's foolproof. I would be shocked if you would have trouble setting up a Coinbase account. They do their best to rope everybody into that. So it's in their best interest to try and make this as idiot-proof as possible. So go to coinbase.com and just get yourself an account. It's that simple. Get wallet, please. No, that's mine. You won't get my wallet. My wallet is my own. Actually, I don't know my private key. Hell if I knew. Let's see. Next one. I think now this one's a bit of a bigger one again. So let me see. There we go. That's going to be better. Can't inflate a bubble if you don't get new blood. That's right. That is true. I mean, that's part of the reason, obviously, is to rope people in so new money comes into the space too. Simple as that. Not going to deny that. It's true. It's true. We're all in this together. We're all doing this to rope some more suckers in. But yet again, this is not real up there. So, Bitcoin looks like it really is a bubble in multiple senses. Certainly not a reason to hold that currency. Also, the growth of the internet will slow drastically as the flaw in Metcalfe's law, which states that the number of potential connections in a network is proportional to the square of the number of participants, becomes apparent. Most people have nothing to say to each other. By 2005 or so, it will become clear that the internet's impact on the economy has been no greater than the fax machines. Shut the hell up, Paul Krugman. All right? I don't need your wisdom in here. But honestly, that quote is just beautiful. It's always fun to read. I like that. I've heard that it's actually, the guy tries to justify it by saying, hey, that was in a special edition of Time magazine and it was just a joke. I didn't actually really mean it. They made me write that. They asked me to write this stuff. I don't know what to think of that, but hey, think of Paul Krugman what you will. I don't follow the guy around. But let's get back to the top stuff there. Bitcoin looks like it really is a bubble in multiple senses. Certainly not a reason to hold that currency. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about that. You might be right, you might be wrong. Simple as that's the only real answer I can give you to that. It looks like if you had held it since it came out, you'd be really, really well off right now. So the track record is, holding it is pretty damn good, but that might change any moment. Yeah. So it looks like it really is in a bubble in multiple senses. Might be, but then again, we're living in such a strange time right now where a lot of things that used to be sort of the norm have shifted a lot. If you just look at the regular stock markets, they've been going very, very weirdly over the last year or so, with all this, pandemic shit going on. Things are not really happening the way they're supposed to, if you want to call it that. So, I don't know. Might be a global bubble of everything everywhere happening right now. You never know. Looking at things right now, Bitcoin has been, again, in a pretty good rally as of late, so it might happen that it crashes down any moment again. But there's also a good chance that it still has a couple legs up to go. I can't tell you. And again, I'm not going to advise you to hold anything or buy anything. All right. Anyone knew for sure they could easily become a millionaire? Lol, that's absolutely right. If you knew a way to make consistent money in any market anywhere, there would be no reason for you not to be a trillionaire and the richest man in the world by now, right? The simple truth is nobody knows. Nobody can ever tell you anything about any market, really. Anybody who, makes you believe that they know anything about markets is probably either trying to rip you off or just trying to look cool, right? Simple as that. So yeah, can't really give you any advice here, but that's what the stream is all about. So hey, we're good. We're good on that track record. Okay, so let's see here. Next question. Why can't you trade every coin or token on Coinbase? Simply because Coinbase picks out the tokens or coins that you can trade on it. That's all there is to it. Coinbase handpicks what's getting on their platform, and they kind of try and do a little bit of research on the things that they list on their exchange, obviously, because they want to keep that air of legitimacy, obviously, right? So it wouldn't be a good look for Coinbase if they added BitConnect to it, and then they pull the rug and everybody loses their money on that shit. That's just not really what Coinbase wants to happen. So Coinbase is looking for coins that might hopefully stick around for the long run and might be traded for a long time on their platform, right? And that's what that's about. If you want to be able to trade more tokens, you're probably going to have to look into, decentralized exchanges, things like Uniswap and so on, even though, well, Uniswap is a whole different beast altogether, because with all the Ethereum network congestion and shit going on with the fees and so on, Uniswap, for a simple transaction there, you probably have to pay about $50 average fees right now, which is just insane. And you probably don't want to pay $50 to be able to buy $100 of some shitcoin that you've never heard of. Doesn't really sound like a good idea. So yeah, unfortunately, yeah, if you want to look into smaller coins, really, really niche shitcoins, it's going to be difficult. You're going to have to find a decentralized exchange with low enough fees overall, to be able to do that, which is difficult. So yeah, that's why Coinbase doesn't trade every token on their platform. Also, oh, by the way, while we're still on the topic, there is actually a little bit of a difference between Coinbase and Coinbase Pro. So Coinbase itself, the website, has a trading platform that they call Coinbase Pro. And if you have a Coinbase account, you can go to Coinbase Pro and actually trade a couple more trading pairs on there that you could on their regular platform. If you didn't know about that yet, look into Coinbase Pro, because they do have lower fees too overall. So it's just a better platform overall. I would really only use Coinbase as a on-off ramp for your fiat money to go from your bank account to Coinbase and back. That's really all that I would use the regular website on. And Coinbase Pro is actually the one that you can trade on. So yeah, that's that. Next one, what do we have? Let me take a sip here real quick. Spasm out for a moment here. Okay, so what do we have here? Which practical uses does Ether have? Or which practical use does Ether have? Thank you for the hydrate, by the way. Not a lot, I would say. Probably not a lot of practical uses that Ether has right now. Speaking of Ether, the actual currency, like the coin, right? The Ethereum network is doing quite a good job at trying to become something that will have real world applications and use cases down the line. But Ether, the coin right now, well, I mean, I guess you could probably use it on some online markets here and there, like some super niche stuff that really doesn't offer you a lot. You could probably use it on black markets in the dark web, even though, Ether is probably not the best currency to use for that, because you can very easily trace it back to where it came from. But yeah, not really a whole lot you can do with Ether. You could probably how do I call this? So there's services that some websites offer. Some of the bigger exchanges now, yet again, Coinbase and Binance, Crypto.com, things like that, actually offer their own sort of crypto credit cards right now. And basically all that it is you can use that credit card, and you have, you know, the cryptocurrency that you have stored on that exchange is going to be converted live into fiat money as you use it, right? So that is a practical use case if you want to see it that way, of Ether, for example, or any cryptocurrency really right now, as you can use it as a credit card right now. It's just a little bit more complicated, and I really don't see too much of a use for that. But yeah, if you really want to, you know, you can get a crypto credit card. Might be cool for you. Yeah. I was thinking of C2H520. Is that coffee? I don't know if that's coffee or what. I have no idea. Lizinam. Yet again, you know, all that chemistry bullshit and whatnot. It's too much for my brain. Oh, it's ether. Well, that makes a lot of sense. I should have maybe guessed that. But the logic's out the window for me too. All right. Oh no, I have to say something. What is Chainlink? It's like a coin for coins. All right, no, not really. Chainlink, I don't really want to go too much into detail about this. Because to be quite honest, it's been actually a while since I've really read up on the Chainlink white paper and stuff like that. So I'm kind of rusty on the technical aspects of it, which is kind of sad, considering that I'm so invested in it. I'm really kind of a fake Chainlink fan at this rate. But Chainlink is basically trying to sort of bridge the gap between the blockchain ecosystems that are available right now and all sorts of outside information that you could bring into them, right? Because blockchains traditionally have a whole lot of trouble trying to access information from outside of the blockchain, right? All of the things that, you know, a blockchain has access to are within the blockchain, right? And getting outside data into that is a little bit of trouble. And that's what Chainlink is sort of trying to fix. They're trying to make a very easy bridge between traditional APIs, things that are already all over the internet and all over the world, right? That are being used as a standard, and get that to, you know, work together with blockchain so that you can use that much, much easier and much better. And so far they're doing a decent job at it, I think. I'm hopeful for the future, but that's really all I can say about that. So yeah, that's that. Next question. Next one. What do we have? What's a reasonable sum to invest? Well, that's also a tall order for me to answer yet again. Reasonable is very much in the eye of the beholder. I really can't tell you what's reasonable. What's reasonable for you might be a whole lot different to what's reasonable for somebody else, right? Yet again, you know, if you want to go by like traditional advice, you know, 5 to 10% of your sum that you are usually investing into things, put that aside and put that into crypto stuff, right? That's kind of what people go by. But yet again, if you feel a little more lucky, if you feel a little more adventurous, maybe invest more, right? I can't tell you what's reasonable, you know? If I went by what I did, it's wholly unreasonable. It's absolute lunacy. You shouldn't do that, right? But, you know, it sounded reasonable to me and it worked out, but, you know, what can I tell you? More than you'd find under your couch, less than your mortgage. Yeah, that sounds about right, you know. Seems like a good way to live by. Yeah, do that. Definitely don't take out a second mortgage for that stuff. All right. But yeah, you know, these questions are always kind of difficult to answer simply because I don't know your living conditions. I don't know where you're from, right? I don't know what to tell you about this stuff. I don't know how much money you have available to invest, right? I don't know how comfortable you are with risks and things like that, right? Invest €1 a day. So you know what? Sure, why not? You know, it would maybe even make you more money than if you only invested $100 one time and forgot about it, you know? Set up like an automatic thing, put €1 every day. Sure, why not? Might be good. All right, next question. Is it still feasible to make big gains on the big established coins, or are we speaking maybe plus 100% over 5 years? My God. You make it sound like that's not a lot, which I think is a little crazy, to be honest. Plus 100% over 5 years. That's something about like 15% returns a year, right? For every year over 5 years. That sounds like a pretty good deal to me, to be quite honest. The conventional stock market's not going to get you that much. On good years, maybe, right? Tall orders all along, hell yeah. But, you know, so I really don't know how to answer that one either. It's difficult, again, to make predictions ever, right? As always. So speaking over 5 years, it's like anything could happen in that time frame. But if things are sort of to continue the way that they have for all of the history of crypto, which isn't that long yet, you know, maybe in 5 years, yeah, plus 100% for the bigger players, things like Bitcoin and stuff, looks feasible enough. You know, Bitcoin's at about $50,000 right now. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be at about $100,000 5 years down the line. Could happen, you know, could very realistically happen. But yeah, you know, if you don't think that's big gains, then yeah, maybe it's not in your interest to invest in these top 10 coins, for example, and maybe go a little further down the list and see if there's something in there that might interest you, that you might you know, want to put a little bit of money into there. I don't know. Again, I don't know what your risk levels are that you're comfortable with and stuff. Can't tell you much about that. But plus 100% over 5 years, I'd take that. I'd take that any day. If you told me right now, you know, put your money into this thing and it's guaranteed to make you plus 100% over 5 years, I'd definitely do that. No questions asked. BitConnect, anybody? But no. All right, next one. What do we have here? I think we're getting sort of closer towards the end here. So what's the technological difference between Ether and Bitcoin? My Lord. Yet again, you know, I'm kind of rusty on the technological aspects of that stuff. Basically, kind of what it comes down to between Bitcoin and Ether is they work on a different way to achieve consensus across the network, right? Bitcoin works with something called proof of work, and Ethereum works with something called proof of stake, right? And it's just different ways that they sort of make the next block happen in the blockchain. That's one thing. And the other thing is that Ethereum just has a little bit more flexibility in terms of what it can do overall, because of things like smart contracts and ERC tokens and things like that. So Ethereum has made a little bit more of an effort to sort of make an ecosystem that can be used by a lot of people in a lot of different ways. Whereas Bitcoin is sort of only kind of a currency, not even a really good one at that, you know. But, you know, yeah, that's kind of the technological differences between those. There's obviously a lot more stuff under the hood and a lot more stuff in detail between these two. But kind of what it comes down to, again, you know, different ways they actually make the blocks happen. And Ethereum is just a lot more flexible in what it can do. But yeah, the numbers, how do they work? I don't know. I don't even know why a turtle would know all of this stuff, to be honest. I'm very surprised with myself right now. But yeah, okay, so that's that one. What do we have here? What makes investing in crypto any different from gambling? Ooh, that's a juicy one. I would argue nothing, probably. For most cryptocurrencies, actually, maybe all cryptocurrencies, nothing. You're putting your money into something that you have no idea whether or not it's going to work out or not. You know, I think maybe the only difference is that crypto is just kind of like a very slow gambling. If you think about it, if you go, you know, into a casino, you put all your money on green, for example, right? Be adventurous like that. Go to the roulettes, put all your money on green. It just doesn't happen, right? You lose all your money within a second. That's it. It's just gone, just like that, right? Whereas in crypto, if you put all your money into one coin, maybe at the fastest it will go away in like, you know, a couple hours or so, right? But you might still be able to pull some of your money out of that. So it's like, it's just a slow form of gambling. It's, it's something that you might lose some sleep over instead of, lose it all in a night and then that's it, That's kind of what it is. Invest in Red 6 coin roulette. There was actually, now that I think about it, I'm reminded of a project. There was a project called Fun Coin that aimed to like work together with online casinos and stuff. I don't know what happened to them. It's been a long time since I've looked into that. That must have been somewhere in 2017, 2018. But just, the coin was called Fun. And I don't think people had a lot of fun investing in that, to tell you that much. But yeah, but what makes crypto different than investing in gacha? To be honest, with all these NFT things coming out these days, where you can actually, buy sort of one-off tokens that are unique, it does feel a little bit like gacha these days. There are projects coming out that, are very gacha-like, that people are putting a lot of money into. So actually, what makes crypto different than investing in gacha? Basically nothing anymore. They're really getting on the way there. It's actually kind of crazy. The soft drink of gambling. yeah, it's kind of like that. PNGs are the new hot investment. Yeah. People's tweets getting put on the blockchain, things like that. It's insane. There's insanity going around all over the place. Waifus over crypto any day. But look, listen. Hey, but what if we put the waifus on the blockchain though, huh? Smart move, huh? Big brain moves. Think about that. Think about it. Just think about it. Yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're talking the big bucks. Waifus on the blockchain? Man, take all my money. There we go. And to be honest, I'm thinking that's actually kind of what this VTuber coin project thing that they're coming out with is kind of aiming for. They're sort of trying to do something like that. I don't know in what way, but it might happen. It might become big. Who knows? In this crazy world, things like that might be the new craze. Link waifus to crypto. Yeah, man. Yeah. You could make that happen with Chainlink. Totally. I'm waiting for the turtle coin. It's gonna come. Eventually, maybe. Hell, even the Nina coin. What do you mean even the Nina coin? Especially the Nina coin. That's gonna be the big one. That's gonna be the Bitcoin of the VTuber sphere, man. Nina coin is gonna be the thing. That's gonna be the standard. But anyway, I think, do we have one more question here? Yeah, we do. What are realistic gains for day trading? Yet again, that's a very tall order. Once more, realistic is, very vague in this regard. I don't know what to tell you about this. So I've dabbled in day trading a tiny little bit all the way back when I kind of started getting into the stuff. And I found out very quickly that for one, it's just not for me because it's super freaking stressful. It stresses you out insanely, to the point where it's all you can think about day in, day out. Every hour of the day, you keep thinking about the prices and the numbers and the graphs and all that stuff. It's not good. It's really not good for your mental health, right? So I really just wouldn't advise day trading to really anybody unless you really know that you're mentally strong enough to handle this sort of shit, which I don't know if anybody knows if they can do that, right? So that right off the bat, I don't, advise you to do that. I don't advise anything. But realistic gains, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. $100 in a day, $1,000 in a day, minus $1,000 in a day. It can all happen. Depends on what you trade. Depends on how you trade. Are you going to do margin trading, futures, all that sort of stuff? No idea. There is unlimited up and downside to that. So realistic gains, if you just start out, you can be lucky if you make $10 a day. If you can make $10 a day consistently day trading, if you start out, you're probably better off than 90% of the people out there. So, my suggestion is, just dabble in it a little bit, see if it's for you, and find out that it's probably going to, hurt your brain, and you're probably not going to want to do it. And then I would suggest just buy something and hold it and keep it there and never really think about it until, you know, it's been years later. That's probably the better move. All right, so what else? Zero. Yeah, zero is also a good answer. Dude, will you upload this somewhere or burn it to get rid of evidence? I'd like to watch it again tomorrow to watch the stuff I missed. I might just put this like as a highlight video on the channel here, on like as a big fat VOD. Just put the whole thing as a highlight and that's it. So yeah, I think you're probably going to be good rewatching this. I will probably keep this around for posteriority. It's weird to hear the word gains outside of getting swole. You know, financial gains are the new hotness. That's it. Little S, you're stuck in the past, bro. You need to make monetary gains. But yeah, swole wallets, that's what we're aiming for. That's what we're aiming for here. But no, don't neglect your physical health too, by the way. Honestly, yeah. You know, get a little bit of exercise in every day. That's good for you. It honestly is. Especially for somebody like me who probably sits in their chair more than they stand at any given week. Big financial gains. Hell yeah. God, I love little S's emotes so much. They're so good. That snake is just a beautiful guy. All right. Do we have one more? Yes, we do. Does it make sense to put small amounts into shitcoins and hope for moonshots? It's kind of what we already discussed a little bit. Financial stress is exercise. You're probably only going to lose hair and money that way. I don't think it's good exercise. Although, I mean, you sweat a lot, so, you know, probably going to lose a couple pounds too. You sweat a lot, you get less appetite. So yeah, you know, if you want to lose some weight, maybe get into day trading, huh? But no, don't do it. Again, look at the red arrows up top. Look at the red arrows. I'm joking. This is not at all true. All right. So does it make sense to put small amounts into shitcoins and hope for moonshots? Well, does it make sense to do anything? I don't know. Yet again, this is kind of a question that's difficult to answer. What is sense to you, you know? I would argue probably not, you know, because would it make sense to just throw your money into something that you have no idea whether it's going to work out or not? It's just gambling at that point, right? Does gambling make sense? I don't know. But to be honest, nihilistic trading, that's it. But I am a little bit of a nihilistic sort of person, you know. To me, it's like, yeah, I'm not too far down that rabbit hole, but still, you know, what does making sense mean? You know, it's very philosophical, but you know what I mean. But overall, you know, if you want to gamble a little bit of money, sure, why not? You know, put a little bit into shitcoins here and there, see if it works out. You know, could be fun. Unless you have to pay $50 fees on freaking Uniswap or whatever is the new hotness right now. It's still cracking me up to think about that stuff. Because I used to trade a little bit on Uniswap just to see, you know, what all these smaller market cap shitcoins are about, and just to, you know, dip my toes in the water a little bit there. And when I bought a couple things here and there, the trading fees were probably something about like, I don't know, 5, maybe at the most like $10 for a trade, which was crazy already, right? I was like, dude, I'm paying like $100 for this coin, and I have to pay $10 or so trading fees for this shit. Like I'm buying freaking, you know, donut coin right now or some stupid stuff, right? And it just feels wrong to put $10 trading fees on freaking donut coin of all things like that, right? And nowadays to hear that, you know, you have to pay almost $50 depending on, you know, the time of the day and stuff. It's insane. It's honestly, it's ridiculous. So, you know, gambling a little bit with shitcoins, I don't know how feasible that is right now anyway. But yeah, if you can do it, if you find an exchange that has reasonable fees, yet again, what is reasonable, you know, but sure, you know, throw a couple of bucks into it, see if you have fun with it, you know. But yeah, let's see. Are we through with it? Yeah, I think that was the last question actually. Hello. So that looks like that's that. Actually, let me see real quick. I had one more thing that Valis asked me on Twitter, which was just a meme post, but still, I'm going to answer that anyway. Let me see if I can find it right now. He asked something along the lines of, can you ever have enough Dogecoin? And I mean, come on, Dogecoin. How much Dogecoin is too much Dogecoin was the exact question. Well done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But how much Dogecoin is too much? Freaking one of them. Let me be honest here. One Dogecoin is too much. If you invest in Dogecoin, don't be my friend. No, but I honestly, I don't care much for the meme coins. Dunked on Doge. I honestly I feel like, there's definitely a good deal of money to be made in these stupid, shitty, meme coins. And that's why sometimes, I buy a couple bucks of things here and there just to, just for the fun of it. But I would never really seriously put money into any of these meme coins, right? Even though, again, even if you bought Dogecoins at the top of its run back in 2017-18, you'd be well off right now. I still feel like, it's not much of an accomplishment or it doesn't feel like much of an accomplishment. It feels more like, yeah, you really just lucked out a lot, right? I don't know. But, you do as you like. Again, there's good money to be made anywhere, really. It just depends on, the time frame when you get in or out and how lucky you get, right? So, yet again, don't take my advice. Don't listen to what I'm saying, actually. Put money into whatever the hell you want to put into. Do your own research. And chances are you might make some. You might make some back. If you're lucky enough, you might not have to work again, which is, a good prospect. But yeah, do whatever you like. And stay safe and, don't gamble your mortgage on this stuff, maybe. Maybe that. Instructions unclear, bought 10 million Dogecoins. Oh no, Bucket. We lost Bucket to the memes. Everybody, RIP. We're gonna miss you, big man. I hope you're good up there in Doge heaven. Hey, good thing I don't speak turtle. Yeah, lucky you. This is a full-on financial advice stream for you then. All right, thanks for this professional financial advice. Really appreciate it. Thank you for coming in. I had a blast giving you actual, real, tangible financial advice that you can work with in real life. Totally not a meme, totally not an entertainment stream. Oh my god, I'm gonna go to jail for this one. They're gonna bust me. I should have ran with those no, that's not the right one. I should have ran with those freaking Silk Road guys when I had the chance. My gains just went 500% up. Thanks. Join the group. Join my Telegram pump group. Oh yeah, that's also a wonderful thing. All those Telegram pump groups. Yet again, to be honest, there is probably money to be made in some of these too. But man, I wouldn't want to get in on that. That's just a lot of unnecessary hassle there. So let's see here. Thank you, Turtle. I am now 1 Dogecoin richer. You're very, very welcome. Very, very welcome for that. I am glad to get people on the Dogecoin boat. But speaking of this crypto stuff, so I found something recently that I found kind of interesting. So I was looking up options or things to, sort of get donations going on the stream just on the off chance that somebody wants to donate something here. But I kind of want to keep it, within notification stuff. So alerts can still go off, on the occasion that things happen. And to get that running with cryptocurrency is actually a little bit difficult. But I found a thing that's linked down below where you could actually donate crypto and it would show up as an alert on stream. It's linked to my Twitch and stuff and everything. And it should work out, which is kind of neat. So, we'll see down the line how that maybe works out. I found that just an interesting project. And apparently it's like made by some streamer dude or something too, which is kind of interesting. Hopefully he's not going to steal all my coins. Oh no, but yeah, I kind of like, you know, how this sort of stuff is getting integrated more and more into everyday things that, you know, you might actually see somewhere, right? It's kind of a neat idea. So yeah, let me see. Do I have anything else? Do I have anything else that I maybe want to talk about? Let me just check through this stuff a little bit more. But I think we should be pretty good by now. Anything. I've had a question earlier. I think, was it from I think we might have answered that too, it looks like. Yeah, no, I think we're okay. I think we're okay, actually. So let's see. I think this is a good enough time to cut it off here. We're just about 2 hours in. That's kind of the time frame that I've planned on this, which, hey, I'm pretty surprised that it worked out that well in that time. Pretty good stuff. Let me see if there's anybody here that we can maybe raid, huh? Throw some of you guys somewhere else. Because I feel like this has been enough crypto for one night.